Salam. Hello, everybody. My name is Fatima, and today I'll be talking about how I was harassed by the Nigerian police simply for being a law abiding citizen. So, May 6, 2023, that is last year, my friend called me that they have a wedding football match to attend at the school in my neighborhood, and he would like to greet me if possible. I told him yes, he could meet me at my father's house, and we agreed. When they arrived at night, I came out, we greeted and talked about a lot of things. Then he decided to stroll back home with me because it was like a minute walk from the school's location to my house. On our way, we were laughing and talking. Then a security policeman flashed his torchlight at my friend, which he later told us it meant we should stand there and wait for him. Ridiculous, because how am I supposed to know of this rule since I'm not a criminal that have had encounters with the police in the past? So we kept walking. Unknown to us, he was following us, running after us, when all of a sudden I saw a short male figure overtook me and began to widen his arms, prompting me to stop in my track because he was hollering at me. I and my friend were both annoyed and perplexed, but we kept quiet until he said he was calling us, but we refused to go and meet him. Then I asked when he called us that we both did not hear. Then this man blurted out that flashing his torchlight at us meant he was calling us and we should have gone back to meet him. Then I told him that we had no idea of this supposed rule that is not even in the constitution of Nigeria. I became annoyed with the way he was widening his arms at me, which gave him the access to touch my shoulder. I felt violated because he had that audacity since he perceived me as unmarried, hence the disrespect. I immediately lied to him that I am married and reprimanded him for touching my shoulder. Then he told me that I could go home, but my friend must stay with him, whilst he called his fellow patrol police and told them he's found a criminal. We were both stunned and dumbfounded, and I told him I am not leaving there except with my friend because he saw us together. And why did he tell the other policemen on phone that he found a criminal? So we both decided to leave. And he started following us and shouting like a lunatic. We both stopped because that show he displayed was sudden, and we were all too stunned and embarrassed to speak. Honestly, I never faced police brutality until that personal experience of mine. Even though I always protest with people online about police brutality in Nigeria, but I never thought I would personally experience it. His fellow monsters came in their Black Maria with guns. There were almost 20 in that car. Their swift arrival shocked me to the bone because in Nigeria, police don't arrive immediately after a call till whatever is happening has ended, or maybe the next day. And coupled with the fact that this man said he's caught a criminal on phone, he was relaxed and everything, and I decoded that it's just their mode of communication. When they see a civilian, they can frame and extort. I was glad the policemen were there because I was gullible at that time, so I felt I could explain to them what happened. Just get going. Because I never thought that the special body supposed to protect me as a patriotic civilian and law abiding citizen, at the face of danger and brutality, are the ones shouting at me, harassing me, and threatening to shoot me with their guns. Grown able bodied men. Honestly, it was crazy. I wasn't even wearing my face mask. I was on a black hijab that is knee length with my long sleeve and pajamas baggy trouser. So, I was looking very casual, not suspicious. So I don't know the cause of alarm for that harassment. I felt betrayed by the Nigerian police. I wanted to cry honestly. It was very embarrassing, but I couldn't. Mind you, I'm asthmatic and normally have attacks if I'm under pressure like that requires me talking fast and, just catching my breath. I started coughing, so I kept quiet as I was not with my inhaler and would not want to die there at the hands of those monsters. I did not talk till I felt stable. By then, a lot of men and kids, basically boys, have already gathered. The people there were around 100, I swear. The policemen did not even listen to me when I told them what had happened. You know what transpired between me and the security policeman, and how we did nothing to warrant this, even with the little hope that my friend would be released and we would get going because at that point I was exhausted. So the policeman continued threatening to shoot me dead if I don't stop talking. If I don't stop defending myself and saying we did not do anything. All the grown men there, none could come to our aid as they were all there to get entertained, and sure they did. Then I went over to a man passing in his car home stop to hear what was the cause of the chaos and told him what had happened and pleaded with him to talk to them so my friend would be left alone and I would enter our house. But he left because he suspected them to be greedy. It's as if they begged him for money, so he just angrily left. Luckily, my friend and those I personally know in our area came out and started telling the policemen my house is just 30 seconds away and I'm not a criminal. So they were told to shut up and mind their business. I asked the policemen why they find it okay to harass me without even listening to me. In what world do they have the right to harass me in that manner? They were annoyed by my audacity and threatened to shoot me again, but I remained adamant and told them I wasn't going to stand while I'm being violated and my friend framed for nothing. I turned to the security policeman that caused everything and told him to tell them what happened, and we were not criminals, but he did not. He started beating around the bush, and saying that he wanted to protect me. In his defense to his stupidity, he wanted to protect me against rape because he thought my friend was a rapist. Don't forget, this man followed us, even ran to catch up with us, called both of us criminals, only to turn around and say he's trying to protect me against rape in an open area with zero rape case. A well lit and bright area. I was stunned by the hypocrisy and deceit. If I was in trouble, I would be the first to call out for help. But you saw us laughing and walking towards my father's house, which tells that he's somebody I know. Then my friend in the crowd called me with the name barista because I'm a law student, so he could ask what happened. Somebody in the crowd then shouted in Hausa, "Ai lauyoyi ba sa shiri da polisawa," which directly translates to lawyers and policemen do not get along in English. Of course they wouldn't. They know lawyers read the constitution, so they know their rights. The policeman condescendingly turned to me and said, "Oh, so you're a lawyer?" And then I said, "I'm a law student." The policeman took some of the men standing there to the side, which I'm sure if you're a Nigerian, you know what the reason is for. They discussed a little, then the guys came back and told us to pay something, which is bribe, obviously, so that we could go. That is me and my friend. I told them that's not happening with me because I'm not a criminal, but they urged me to pay so my friend and I could go. And unfortunately, none of us was with cash, so somebody in the crowd volunteered to pay the money and I'll refund back when they leave. That is the policeman. So they were paid 1,000 naira embarrassingly, and the money is for them to buy cigarettes because they were smoking right in my face. Then I went inside, brought the money, and refunded back the guy that paid off the policeman. I was crazy, honestly. I went back home and laughed it off with my brother. But now that I think about it, it's not funny.